Oscar-winning movie producer Harvey Weinstein is at the center of a sexual harassment scandal, which has led to him being sacked by his own company. Actress Meryl Streep, who once called him God in an awards speech, has spoken out against him, saying the claims left her appalled. Many others have now denounced him for the alleged behavior, including Kate Winslet, Emma Watson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Benedict Cumberbatch and Charlize Theron. When the claims were first reported in the New York Times, Weinstein apologized for causing a lot of pain. He later disputed the article, however, claiming the report was saturated with false and defamatory statements. An article in The New Yorker later said that Weinstein had raped 3 women, which he denies. Others, including Angelina Jolie and Gwyneth Paltrow, have now also spoken out, with Jolie saying she had a bad experience with Weinstein as a young actress, and Paltrow saying he had placed his hands on her and suggested massages in his bedroom. It's a dramatic fall from grace for one of the movie industry's highest-profile producers, which could have wider implications for Hollywood itself. Here are 5 pressing questions that arise from this mounting scandal. The man behind such hits as Pulp Fiction and Shakespeare in Love reportedly did not want to leave the Weinstein Company but was fired anyway. He was apologetic but bullish last week when the allegations were first published and threatened to sue the New York Times, the paper that broke the story. Since then, he's been deserted by both his lawyer Lisa Bloom and his legal crisis advisor Lanny Davis. And in his personal life, his wife Georgina Chapman has now left him. It remains to be seen whether he will make good his threats of legal action. Weinstein was made an honorary CBE by the Queen in 2004 for his contribution to the British film industry, and there have already been calls for that to be revoked. Prime Minister Theresa May has said she's concerned about the allegations, but any decision on his CBE would not lie with Downing Street. Yet there is always the possibility he can bounce back, like other disgraced Hollywood figures who have returned to the limelight. Mel Gibson, for example, was back on Hollywood's red carpets earlier this year, despite an anti-Semitic rant during a public meltdown 11 years ago, although the allegations against Weinstein put him in a different situation. Weinstein's firing comes after a number of high-profile men have left their jobs amid claims of sexual misconduct. Hollywood's power is dying because society has changed and grown, and yet Hollywood male behavior has not. It is so not a good look. Jenny Connor, executive producer of the HBO series Girls, told the New York Times on Sunday, "I see this as a tipping point. This is the moment we look back on and say, that's when it all started to change." Weinstein may have been fired, but an internal investigation will still go ahead. The company said it had retained an independent law firm to undertake a thorough and independent investigation. This will be a financial burden on the company, with Forbes reporting such investigations can cost between $20 million, £15 million, and $40 million, £30 million to carry out. Forbes also said the company would find it more expensive to raise funds in the future. Weinstein and his brother Bob own 42% of the company, but it's unclear how profitable the company has been in recent years. It had started to move into TV production, but without its most famous figurehead and driving force, it is unclear what will happen to any deals it has signed. 1/3 of the company's all-male board resigned when the allegations emerged. The Wrap has reported that the company is set to change its name in an attempt to move on after Weinstein's firing. The website claims the Weinstein name has been irretrievably tainted by the scandal, although it says a decision has not been formally made. Weinstein is renowned for his campaigning skills, often managing to turn smaller, independent films into Oscar contenders. A 2015 survey of nearly 1,400 Oscar acceptance speeches by the website Vocative found that Weinstein was thanked more frequently than God. One of his biggest hits was Shakespeare in Love, which won the Best Picture Oscar in 1999. A sequel has since been announced, with Weinstein as producer. The Weinstein Company also distributed such films as The King's Speech, The English Patient and Chicago, all of which, like The Artist, won the Best Picture Oscar. This year the company is pushing Wind River, a wintry thriller starring Jeremy Renner and Mary Elizabeth Olsen. The Current War, produced by Weinstein and starring Benedict Cumberbatch's Thomas Edison, is also a possible awards contender, despite receiving mixed reviews. Will the Weinstein connection dent their chances?